Let's take the head, the eyes, and the ears to the next level. Alright, we've been working with the wiener dog head, which consists of a one bubble nose, eyes, and ears, and a neck. Pretty basic. Now let's take that face to another level by making you a rabbit. You see, the reason I chose a rabbit is because this uses the next family of designs. So instead of a longer nose, let's go with a single bubble nose. Then let's continue his face, right there. And now let's make what could be two dog ears, which is two bubbles the same length as the face bubble, and then the one bubble for the nose. Let's lock together the two ears. Now this could be the wiener dog right here with a nose on the end, see? But this time let's take those two ears and let's wrap it around, creating a parrot body, and now we have the parrot body head. This is the next level, which gives it a forehead, the nose, and the two cheeks, okay? Now if you were to do two more bubbles for the dog ears, just like the wiener dog, now you've gone from a wiener dog to a rabbit. There's a rabbit. We've got the nose, we've got the parrot body face, and we've got the two ears. Let's add a neck, two short front legs. Now the reason I say short front legs is because you want to leave a lot of room for longer back legs. And the reason is so you can make the rabbit sitting comfortably like this. Now usually when I make a rabbit, I think it looks awkward and looks too much like a dog in that position. So usually every time I make a rabbit, I do it like this. Now like I said before, I save moves for certain characters to keep the identity different. So I very seldom ever make a wiener dog sitting position. I save it for the rabbit, or I save it for the puppy. Because we envision puppies, they're always sitting back looking up at you. They're more innocent. It's more childlike. So a puppy sitting is fine. A wiener dog sitting, not so much. Save particular poses for particular animals. Don't use on everything. Don't just use it generously on everything. Okay? So here we have a little rabbit with the parrot body head, the two ears, and the nose in a sitting position. Let's do some of the same variations we have in the last couple lessons with that parrot body face design. So once again, we got the nose, we got the face, the two cheeks. We use a rollover move to make a parrot body head. There we go. And now we've got the beginning of the rabbit like before. But this time let's do two ear twists for the ears. So we got one ear twist here, and we have the second ear twist here. And now instead of big tall ears, we now have short ears. Now it changes from a rabbit to a squirrel. Squirrels are very cute, very popular because you just got the curved ears. So you got the same face but different ears. Now if you're doing a squirrel, well, what are squirrels known for? They're known for short legs, scampering around, and long tails. So let's make a short neck, very short feet. There we go. Short body, more short feet. And then just kind of take the tail and just roll it up with your fingers a little bit like that, and then give it a squeeze, create a little curl in it, and have the curl go toward his head like that. And then you have a squirrel with a long tail, or you could make the tail maybe not to where it's knocking him in the forehead, and this is a very cute design. Now if you want to go from a squirrel to something else, just take a little bubble, put it on the end there, make a fold twist out of the tail, tuck the bubble right in between the bubble in the fold like that, and now you have a beaver with a round tail. So now you've got, using just one variation, or a couple variations actually, you've got the rabbit, you've got the squirrel, and you've got the beaver, the rodent family. And of course, usually when I make one of these parrot body design faces, I will do an eyeball on the front here, and an eyeball here, and of course whiskers. But I don't usually draw a mouth because he's got a big cute nose, and that's good enough. And it still keeps it cute, okay? Now let's create a new family of characters by taking the parrot body face to the next level. So let's start with the nose. One bubble for the rollover face. The next bubble, but wait a minute. Let's not do the next bubble the same size like we did before. Instead, let's do a lock of 4 bubbles, starting with a smaller one, a bigger one, a bigger one, and a smaller one. Let's lock them together in a lock of 4. Now let's do the rollover, the same as we did with the rabbit. And now we have the same rabbit head with the 3-section Parrot-Body face, the nose bubble, but we haven't done the ears yet. Now the only difference is it's a lock of 4 instead of 2. Instead of 1 bubble here, 1 bubble here, it's 4. The reason I do this is because it spreads that out a little more in the front and it loosens up this joint. It doesn't pull everything real tight and you have room to work and room to pose things better. And this opens up to make a better looking dog. So let's, if you want to, if you use the old style, we can make 2 eyeballs here and we can do the ears here. Now, with the extended Parrot-Body face, it does have its own look, I'm sure it does, and it's kind of cool because you have the jowls, you have the nose, you have the eyeballs, and the ears pointing straight back. And that could be some sort of cartoon dog. But what I want is, I want big floppy ears or big crop ears coming up off the top of the eyes, along with this style of a jowl. So let's get rid of those ears, and let's do it this way. We've got the left and the right eye behind the extended Parrot-Body face with the 4 bubbles. Now let's do one more bubble that matches the size of the eyeballs. So that way it moves up to the top like that. See? Now let's do that. Then let's make 2 ears. And go a little bit long with the ears. Okay? Now once you've got the ears, now if you have the ears up on top, like that, they can untwist really easy just by going like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the end of the balloon through the ears to create an overhand knot within the twist, and that way it can't ever untwist. The next step is to come up over the top of the eyeballs with the rest of the balloon and do a pull through. Pull it right down in between the eyes, just like that. Boom, and it locks right there inside that extended jowl. Now, this is another reason you have the extended jowl, because the neck locks in there real comfortably instead of this coming in tight and coming off the top like that. So you want it to be able to spread out and have the neck go in. And there you have the dog with 2 big eyeballs and the nose and the jowls and his ears point up. This could also be like a Roger Rabbit. This is a very cartoon rabbit with an attitude. But here's my favorite part. You can take that animal right there and take the ears, and because of this bubble, you can take the ears, push up, pull that back bubble out a little bit to lock those ears down, and boom, now you have a flop-eared dog with 2 big ears, and it's really cute. Let's do that design sequence one more time with an added feature on the ears. So once again, to review, we have the nose. We've got the first section of the face, we got the lock of 4 bubbles, small, big, big, and small. We lock them together. We lock them around this first section, so there again is our Parrot-Body, our extended, I'll call it the extended Parrot-Body face. Now we got 1 eyeball, 2 eyeballs, and of course the back bubble. Now let's do this. Let's make the rabbit ears, okay? We're going to stick with the rabbit style this time. By doing rabbit ears, give it a quick bend here and a twist to crimp the balloon. Twist it once, give it another bend to crimp the balloon. There you go. Like that. I just twist the outside a little bit, then I lock it together. Do my overhand knot by poking it through. And now I take the rest of the balloon, pull it over the top of the eyes and straight down in between the eyes, doing the pull through. And there you have the rabbit with the ears bending outwards and coming up like a good cartoon rabbit. It could also make for a great dog. But the beauty of this, if you take those ears which spread out like that, then the flop-eared dog looks just awesome with the ears going out and back in. By pulling that back bubble out. Now look at the lock you get. Look at the ears you get. Isn't that cool? Now for the last few lessons I've been focusing on single balloon designs, and I'm going to stick with that for the most part. But this is an opportunity to show you how a second balloon can be added in very easily to create more effect. And this is a great design for adding in more balloons. And I'll give you 2 examples. Number 1, you can do a different color ears and easily put it in by taking and doing that back bubble. Now we got the same head we've been working on with the 2 eyeballs. So right at this point, instead of twisting 2 ears with this balloon, all you have to do is take your second balloon of a different color and just go around with the knot a couple times, and then take the knot, just the knot, and don't do the pull through in between the eyes and lock it down. Now once you've done that, that's in there solid, then take the rest of the balloon for the animal and pull it through the same way. So you've done 2 pull throughs in a row. Now your ear is on there solid, and then you can twist the ears, make them as long as you want. You could crimp them like we did for the rabbit ears. But just for variety's sake, let's show you a reindeer set of antlers. Instead, for that, do 5 bubbles in a row like this. Lock them together. Do 5 more bubbles. This is awesome for doing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You can tie a little round red balloon up front. But this is a great reindeer design. It's had great success. It's been very popular. Now, once you've made the ears like that, then take the leftover on that, instead of breaking it off, pull it down using a pull through. So all these bubbles, all these balloons are locked in between the eyes. And it makes everything tight with no scraps hanging out, and it makes it easy to trim, easy to adjust. And so now you have the reindeer with the same parrot-body face, the 2 eyeballs, and the antlers. See? Now the other reason for adding a second balloon into a creation like this is for the body. Because oftentimes when you do this kind of a head design, it takes a lot of bubbles and it leaves very little left for the body. Especially if you don't use a different balloon for the ears. Now the advantage to this is, now I can go ahead and I can make a small body. Here, let me show you. There's a small body. Small legs, little bubble tail, and don't be surprised if after you've done this that you don't have a lot of airspace left in your balloon. But just for demonstration's sake, here's a small body reindeer. A lot of famous characters have small bodies and big heads. So they're cute. It just makes them like younger. In fact, that's the secret to youth in any character, is make the head bigger in proportion to the size of the body. That's how you create a younger age. So this could be a reindeer puppy. So let's get rid of this right here. Now you think, how can you do that? How can you just tear it off like that? Well, you've done 3 pull-throughs in between those eyes. There's no way the air is going to come out. This is one of the most secure points that you have to break off the rest of the balloon. So when you want to add in to make a longer body, it is no problem. It's hardly even a risk. You just take the knot. You don't even have to tie the balloon. Just take the balloon, wrap the knot around that joint a couple of times, and voila, it's like a new start in life. You've got a brand new length of balloon to make a big, tall body. Okay? So this is the next level of the head design. The reason I didn't go ahead and make that bigger body is because there's one more thing I want to show you in this lesson. And that is, we've got the nose, we've got the jowls, we've got the forehead, we've got a nice set of antlers or ears, we've got the eyeballs, the back, and then we got plenty of balloon for the body. Now, suppose you want to take it the next level, which is to create a mouth. Now, if the balloon is back here, how do you create a mouth? If you did a fold twist, it would just really make this too wide and the mouth would drop down too low. It wouldn't look right. And mathematically, how can you do the mouth and have it skinny and come out to fit right underneath here? So it's just a little mouth coming down. Well, it's very simple. Before you make your body, do 1 single ear twist here. Okay? Then the other ear twist right beside it. 2 equal ear twists. Now, what this is kind of like a double Odie lift. An Odie lift, remember, is an ear twist that is meant to push a head upwards and force the neck downwards. So it's a double Odie lift, 1 here and 1 here. Now you've got the balloon coming straight down. Now here's a beautiful move to create a full mouth, sort of like on the Disney dog Pluto. This would use this style of mouth. Go down about the same length as the length of his nose, okay? Right there. Now take your thumb, take that whole balloon, take your thumb and push it down on that joint. Take the balloon and stretch it, just pull down and stretch it. If you leave a little air in it, it doesn't matter because it creates a nice tongue. Okay, so don't worry about it, there's air. Just stretch it back, go in between those divided ear twists, and then down. And now you have a nice little mouth with a tongue, with 2 ear twists on the side to support the neck going down to create the rest of the body. Now you can form it a little bit, kind of put a little hook in there. And now you have a really cool single mouth like that with a possible tongue in there. And now you have extended that face a little bit. You could use it for all kinds of characters to add in the stretch back mouth. Alright, so once you've done this style of a design, there's always the drawing. You got big eyeballs to work with, a lot of personality. So just take your hand, force that down a little bit, expose those eyes. Big circle here. Use big eyeballs. Big eyeballs with personality to project over the top of that face. There we go. And some whiskers on the jowls. Right there. That's all you need to draw. And there you go.